It's Mac the Guru. This is my review for All American Season 3, Episode 10, Put Up or Shut Up. Now, a lot went on this episode. We had Liv finding her sponsor, Simone, her ex coming, they marriage coming out to the parents, JJ and Asher, Mo and Coop. But we gotta start with football. First, let's start with South Crenshaw before we get to Jordan and his, concussion problem, right? But Spencer goes off in the second half. First off, they get some of their players back. But they still rusty. First half, they come out there, they rusty. They trying to get into the groove, a little rusty. Mr. Baker get Coach Baker get that speech. They retired Corey number, put his number on the field, and you see that's just inspiring Spence. He comes out the second half and clowns. And we gotta remember, Spence is catching the balls. Chris should be getting some looks too from some recruiters, because he's throwing them. I mean, you gotta give it up. The boy throwing that ball too, But they clown. They goes off in the second half. Now, to get over at Beverly, why Crenshaw going off, they killing it. They finally, they won a couple games, but they win, do their thing. Jordan get injured. Now, we seen when JJ and Asher was arguing, they showed Jordan still having problems with his head, with the concussions, which I keep saying it. This is important for them to be showing, because a lot of dudes that play football, especially the young dudes, watch this. My son play football. He watched this. A lot of people play football. They watch this. I'm talking all ages, younger, super young. They need to see this, because how he dealt with that concussion is how a lot of people would deal with it. Now, I'm going to play. You know what I mean? And especially as they get old. When they young, they'll say something like, yo, I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? When they get older, people be like, nah, I gotta play. I'm trying to get this scholarship. This is my career. This is my life. And he put it off. Now, if he would have said something earlier, then guess what? He probably wouldn't be out for the rest of the year. Because if he would have said something earlier, they would have took him out them games, and he would have had longer for that concussion to go away. See, you got to get it early and let that concussion go away, and then you come back at it. But if it's, there, off and on, and then you try to play with it, nah. It ain't just going to get better while you continuously, hitting your head up against another helmet and all that. So he out for the rest of the year. That's devastating. He going to have to find something, though. He going to have to adjust and find something else, to do with his time and possibly do with his life and his career. He might still get scouted, but, he might not, because he's not playing his senior year. People might look at his junior year and say, okay, he got a concussion problem. Let's try, something, work him out. But, that's devastating for you to miss the rest of your senior year. But while he at the hospital, Simone tells them, hey, yo, I'm his wife, which she is his wife, right? They got married. But yo, she was disrespectful, son. Like, she was disrespectful. Laura should have, and she checked her, but she was so disrespectful. It's like, okay, you his wife, but it's the tone and all that. You're like, yo, calm down, all right? Just because she could have said that in a different tone, and it would have came off totally different. That's what people got to understand. Sometimes the way you talking really matters. She could have said and communicated that exact same thing that she communicated, but said it in a different tone, and none of us would have been tripping. None of us would have said it was disrespectful or anything. But the way how she said it, I'm like, ugh. Dang, catfight, she disrespectful as hell. Like, straight up. So, but it comes out. And you could see Jordan face when Simone tell Jordan that they know about everything. Jordan like, damn, I should just go back to sleep. He looking like, yo, man, I might as well just lay back, act like I'm back in my concussion mode. So, like, straight up. But they know everything. You see, they did it good. Like, they didn't bring it to him there while he in the hospital. It's already devastating. Already stuff he going through. So they didn't bring it to him and bring it back up, which was good. That's good that they didn't do that. But that cat out the bag. What's crazy is they still don't know about Spence and Olivia. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be a scene where like Spence and Olivia kind of like maybe hug. Or I know they had their little, thing where, Spence had to tell her she got to take this walk on her own or whatever. But I thought they was gonna have a moment where they hug tight or something, and Coach Baker or Laura was gonna see it. But it ain't happened. But they gonna find that out soon too. Now Liv ends up finding her sponsor at the hospital. Nurse Joy is gonna be Liv's sponsor, and that's great. I said this in one of my videos beforehand, right? Check out my old reviews. I said the reason Liv is drinking, well, the thing that she's blaming on why she started back drinking was because everybody was leaving. I said that. That's exactly what she said at that therapy session. That's exactly what she said. Like, yo, everybody leaving. Even though that's not the case. You drinking because you want to drink. Best believe. It ain't on nobody. And that's why Nurse Joy gonna be good for her. You see, because a lot of times, especially with young people don't want to just tell them the truth because they think maybe they can't take it. But sometimes they need that. Nurse Joy just tell them like, yo, this what it's gonna be. Alright? This what it is. This why you don't blame nobody else. It's you. Alright? And that's good for her. I'm gonna touch on more of that in the preview though. So make sure y'all check that out. And if you still here, definitely click that subscribe button. Now, let's get on JJ and Asher. Alright? They going at it over Vanessa. Vanessa is one aggressive person. Straight up. She like, yeah, I don't care about JJ at all. Like, yeah, I know he been chasing me around and been wanting me, and I've been, just leading him on for no reason. She could have just told him like, hey, I want somebody else. I don't know why people do stuff like that. Just tell the man, I want somebody else. And for the dudes that's watching this, that's hearing me, yo, if you chasing a chick and she not, and you just you talking to her, you communicating with her, you telling her everything, and she not giving you that same vibe, then you gotta switch that up, dog. You can't just continuously chase her and dust yourself off and try again, all that. Nah. Nah, that was just a song. I love Aaliyah. You know what I mean? I did a reaction to it. They blocked it. But no, that was just a song, dog. Then you just keep it cordial after a minute. You know what I mean? Don't be like how JJ was. Asher told him the truth, like, dude, stop trying so hard. That's the truth. Like, stop trying so hard. Whatever you doing, she not feeling you. Okay, do your thing. Move something else, Gotta move on. But Vanessa don't care at all. She could at least let him down. Tell him, like, yo, I'm feeling Asher. You know what I mean? That's all you gotta say. I'm feeling. She don't gotta get that in detail. I'm feeling somebody else, right now. And then he'd be like, oh, okay, I get it, but she ain't say nothing. Asher didn't say nothing. That's another person that should have told JJ. It's his responsibility more than Vanessa, because him and JJ been dudes for a minute. It's your responsibility as a man. If that's your dude, you know what I'm saying? You got to let him know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? She kind of feeling me. We we had a connection and such. You know what I mean? You got to let him know that. Don't just, you got your man out here looking stupid. And when they got in their altercation, let's keep it 100. JJ and Asher ain't in the same weight class. Straight up. That's what I seen when JJ put him up against that locker. I'm like, Asher better be happy Jordan hurt, because they not in the same weight class. Asher need to get him something to even them odds up. You know what I mean? But that was that. You know, JJ finally figured out. I hope they put JJ with somebody else on the show, man. You know, instead of, hopefully they don't just kill the character off, but they put him with somebody else. We know Vanessa definitely gonna get with Asher. She aggressive. Now that JJ out the way, Asher gonna make his move. I see that coming, you know. But yeah, man, other than that, this was a great episode. If I didn't touch on something here, I'm gonna touch on it on my preview for the next episode, right? Because there was a few things that I'm saying, the Mo versus Coop. I'm gonna touch on that because they gonna go more in depth on that on the next episode, or show a little bit more of Mo's, you know, angle. And then same thing for Layla and her dad. I'm gonna touch on that also. But man, it's Mac the Guru. If you're still here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that like button for me. Y'all be easy, be safe. Peace.